Sports Jazz, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's Isaac and Josh. We are back with our regular live stream, football, and today we are going to be talking about Liverpool versus Bologna, Champions League. I can't wait. And yesterday, by the way, was epic. That was Arsenal as predicted, smashing PSG. We are going to come back to that later on. But right now, thank you so much for subscribing. Josh and Isaac back, Sports Jazz. Let's get settled, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Josh, what up? What up? It's tonight. Liverpool onslaught.
More good. It's a good night. It's a good night because
It's a
Champions
beautiful
League
night.
night. Yeah, a Champions League night that has Liverpool at Anfield is always a big night. A big night in football. It's just that at this point, the opposition that they are going to face is not does not make for a mouth-watering fixture. Yeah,
You're already pouring
Bologna.
water on Bologna.
Yeah,
Really? In
I'm
other words, you're
pouring
saying
water
it
on
should be a
Bologna.
walkover. And to make
Yeah,
it worse,
something
they're
like
coming
that.
to Anfield.
Yes, and okay, there is some difficulty in there, but I think I remember there was a game Liverpool played against Bologna, and they won like 5. They crushed
Well,
them 5 at
we already
Liverpool.
have Jordan. We already have Eddie Jordan in the comment section saying, "Hello,
Yeah,
guys.
Liverpool
Liverpool will
will
crush
crush
them."
them. Wallahi,
Man,
I
it's
just see Liverpool walking
it's
all over that Bologna side, and
mm,
Bologna is also struggling in the league. They are not doing so well in the league. They are
oh,
finding
they're
it
not doing well.
difficult. Yeah, they're finding
If I
it
look at
difficult to
if I look at
gather
their last
points.
matches, Bologna has, I mean, their last 5 games in all competition, they have 4 draws and 1 win, and Liverpool has 1 loss and 4 wins. You know, I mean, the losses against Nottingham Forest, and ever since then they have 4 consecutive wins. Uh,
Yeah, but at least you're here now.
Drax, what up? He says I'm late for the party. Yo,
At least
that's
he's
a friend
here
of ours
now.
called Drax. Yeah, at least he's here now. Yeah, once
Mm.
again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac live streaming Liverpool versus Bologna. Let's get right into it. As just said a few minutes ago, Liverpool comes in really, really strong against Bologna. They have in their last 5 games, they have 4 wins and 1 loss. That was against Nottingham Forest. Then Bologna has 4 draws and 1 win, and that so you can see, you can compare and see. And even if we are to compare managers, Josh, I mean,
Huh.
onslaught. Of course,
don't
we
even don't even go there. But when you're comparing the
no,
managers,
Josh.
I know Vincenzo Italiano is has been a manager for quite some time, and he was decent as a footballer. But
Yeah,
you can see the sides that he has managed. He has managed Spezia. He has managed
bro, you
Fiorentina.
don't have to.
He's now gotten to a notch, a level higher, and that is Bologna. So when Thiago Motta left Bologna after qualifying for the Champions League
Yeah,
for Juventus, they hired Vincenzo Italiano, but I don't think that was the best person to hire for the job, because Thiago Motta had left a footprint at Bologna. It was a side that was admirable, because they would play a certain way, and they would create these so many chances every time they played football. They looked like they were going to score a goal every time they attacked. Maybe they were not very good finishers at the time, but yeah, they played very attractive football, and it was good to see. It was good to watch. I don't think Vincenzo Italiano is capable of that. You can see what is you can see what he said about Liverpool today. Ahead of this game, he said that Liverpool knows how to put you in
it's safe to call him a rookie.
difficulty from all points of view. You know, until they jump on you if you're timid, and they know how to keep possession. Each of
Mm,
us must give our maximum. We must be concentrated, since this is a mini tournament and we need to optimize everything. You see what he said there. He showers praises to Liverpool, but
But
he also knows
he's
it at
not
the back
to
of
do
his
so,
head that
Josh.
since it's a
He's
mini
not wrong.
tournament, yeah,
He's
he's
not wrong
not
to
wrong.
do so.
He's correct 100%. But for me, I would think he's only telling his players that look here, we have a chance to maybe get a result, maybe
Mm.
to draw this game. And that's what you're looking at when you are traveling away in a Champions League tie, at least not to lose the game, but get the point. But I think that was necessary for the old format. For the
By the
new
way,
format,
yo,
you just
I
have
know.
to win your games.
That's what I was going to
Because,
say. They just
yeah, because
played
Liverpool,
against an Italian team last time, right? Beating AC Milan 3-1. And they're
yeah,
playing now against Bologna. And some interesting insights. Liverpool and Bologna have never previously faced before, and the Reds have played around 10 different Italian teams. You have in the European competition, uh, you have AC Milan, you have Juventus, you have Inter Milan, you have Roma, is it Genoa, you have Fiorentina, Napoli, Udinese, Atalanta. Well, it shows you how much Liverpool has been bossing around Italian teams. And just like we saw last time when they beat AC Milan 3, and I remember AC Milan came through fast with a goal from, is it Pulisic?
yeah,
Correct?
yeah, Pulisic.
Uh, yeah, Pulisic. Then they came, equalized second goal and third goal. That was in Italy. And this time they're in England, Anfield. And you know how Anfield is, the energy around Anfield.
Not even
Pray,
just how
pray
Anfield
for
is,
Bologna. Pray
how
for Bologna.
Anfield is on a European night. The only
I
thing
know.
that may work in favor of Liverpool would be the fact that they've had to play this game in between two away games. They
Mm,
were away at Wolves, and they'll be away at Crystal Palace at the weekend. So
mm.
the fact that this game is at home, it Anslot might have to think about the fixture away and change one or two players.
Well, by the way, I don't know. Is it safe to say? Uh, I mean, it's not like Ancelot has faced any really, really tough opponent this season. Please do not mention Manchester United. But it's not like
No,
they've really faced any tough,
no, no,
rather
no, no.
competitor.
For me, I don't believe that he has not
I'm
faced a
just,
tough opponent for one
I'm just saying.
reason.
I know
Yes, yes. He
he
said something like he's not yet played against the top of the table teams.
mm,
Yeah, but I think
what up,
he's
brother
correct.
Sinan? What up? Yeah,
Yeah, what up, what up? I think it's correct to say that because top of the table teams would mean the teams that were top of the table last season, and then those are the ones he's talking about. So, in that manner, he has a point. But for me, I think every team in the Premier League can give you a challenge.
I know, Josh. I
You saw
know,
what
I know.
you saw
Every
what
team can,
Newcastle
but they have
you saw what
Liverpool has not
Newcastle
yet
did.
played
No, you saw Newcastle what did at Man City. You
to
see
Man
how they
City.
played. Yes, you see how
It happens once in a while.
Yes, but Eddie Howe set up in a manner that would give a manager things to think about. I mean, he just saw the opportunity. He just
So,
took the opportunity that Rodri was
mm,
not in the side. So Man City and Pep
Rodri,
Guardiola
De Bruyne,
changed a few
yeah.
things about how they were applying themselves on the pitch, and he exposed it. He
So, in other words,
exposed
you're
it. He
saying
was
it's not,
calm.
rather, it's wrong to write off Anslot. Huh? I mean, saying he hasn't really faced any tough club.
Yeah, I think he. When you say tough club, that's another thing. But when you say top of the table, then I understand what he means, because sometimes you can find a game against Ipswich is harder than a
Mm.
game against Arsenal in the way that the team applies itself on the day. So I mean, tough game could be very different from top of the table teams. But Anslot, like I told you before, if you can check in the bio, in the link in the bio of for the Liverpool game,
Is it a Zoe?
the in depth, the Liverpool in depth that we did. You saw I gave you
Mm,
my thoughts on Anslot. I really think that he's a decent tactician who inherited a very decent,
a very good. No,
a
not a
very
decent. A
decent
very good
squad.
team.
No, not a
Very
very
good
good team,
squad.
but a very decent squad, and at the right age. There's a bit of balance. There's experience, and there's the likes of Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and Kwanzaa who are coming through. But you already had a foundation to work with, which was
Darwin
a
Nunes is
very good
back.
thing of Klopp. Yeah,
Darwin
Darwin
Nunes
Nunes.
is back.
Darwin
Jota,
Nunes
it
is
was
back.
rumored that he would be out, but according to Ancelotti's presser yesterday, it looks like Jota is also back. You know, only Harvey Elliott is out, and of course
Maybe even
Chiesa.
Federico Chiesa. I
Yeah,
think Chiesa
Federico
wants.
Chiesa is also out. He's also out. That's correct.
Yeah, it's
That is
unfortunate
correct.
that he has not played against two of the Italian teams.
Mm. Yeah, another interesting insight is that Bologna faced three English sides previously in all European competitions, and one of those is Fulham. Then we see Leeds way back again. Way ago. We're talking about some years ago, some decades ago, if I can say. Then you also have in European competition sides from no other nation, eh, eh, rather yeah, no other nation have beaten Liverpool at Anfield more times than Italian clubs. Oh, and of course Spanish teams. That's what I was saying. I mean, there could be an upset. I would love to see
No, I
Liverpool
don't. I don't
fans.
see an upset
I'd love to see Liverpool fans
Like Eddie
crying.
Jordan said. Like Eddie Jordan said. I mean, they will crush Bologna. I think Liverpool has too much in its arsenal to overpower Bologna. If things go right, they will extend their run in the Champions League to 6 points. I mean, this is a Champions League format where every game you want 3 points. You can no longer afford to maybe draw games, so you get one over the team when it returns to in the second leg. So
Yeah.
I don't see how Bologna wins this one. But the interesting bit about the game will be the hint that has been going around that Troy Nyoni
Mm.
might play this game. That is a youngster at Liverpool who is special. The kid is special. The kid is brilliant. The things that he does on the ball, how he
Was he
glides on
called?
the
Did he travel?
pitch.
Was he called? I mean,
Yeah,
is he
yeah,
part
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
squad that is going to play?
Yeah,
Ah,
he's part
that's
of
good
the
for him.
squad. He's part of the squad, and
That's very good news for him.
there's word on the streets that he might be starting this game. And for me,
Oh,
and
that would
on
be
a
a very
Champions
tough
League
call.
night,
I mean,
on a
a
Champions League night
direct.
when they give such a kid a chance, that's a
That would be a
must-watch
strong
game.
statement. That would be a strong statement, although a bit risky. It could be best if you brought him on. I mean, after they're
Nah,
leading
nah,
in the second
nah.
half.
No,
Well,
but
anyway,
you say you're playing against Bologna, and
Bologna,
Bologna has lost Joshua Zirkzee, and they've lost Calafiori, two
Calafiori,
of their better players last season, and they lost the manager too in Thiago Motta. So I
mm,
mean,
currently sitting in
it's not really
in the I think 13th or 12th position,
yeah,
Serie
it's
A.
not
They're not
really
doing
in
so well.
yeah, it's not really in disarray, but there's so much that they're trying to work on to find themselves. And this Liverpool team is not the team that you want to meet when you're in any type of disorganization, because
I know
the problems that they can
Salah is
create
meant
for
for the
you are so
Champions
many.
League.
Yeah,
Mm,
the problems they create for you are so many. I mean, they can mean to bombard you in counterattacks, or they can just mean to score every set piece they get, with
it's going to be
Konate
an
and
interesting game, I'm
Virgil van
telling
Dijk
you.
getting on the end of those set pieces. So for
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I don't see how Bologna survives this game. I think
You're already
Liverpool.
giving it to Liverpool.
Yeah. Liverpool will comfortably win this game. But nights like a Champions League night, they're nights that are made for you to make a name for yourself. So if a
Hmm.
couple of players from Bologna feel that this is the stage and they're
And
up
by the
for
way,
it.
Bologna,
Listening to that anthem
the
gives you
Anfield.
another whole vibe. Not
I
the
know it's a
anthem,
tight one,
the
and
Champions League anthem.
the Champions League vibe. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, the
Yeah, yeah,
Champions
yeah.
League
Just
vibe.
yeah,
And
it just
anyway,
gives you another whole.
all gods are in favor of Liverpool winning tonight, man. All gods. I mean, the atmosphere at Anfield, bro. The atmosphere at Anfield.
My
You know,
argument, yeah, my argument when I see such a fixture of Liverpool against Bologna, it's it's good for us football lovers to watch games like this, but I think it is a stretch. I think it is a stretch. Why you call it a Champions League when you have teams like Bologna and
Josh, they call it a
yeah?
Champions League because they pick the best four or three from each of the what from each of those competition or European leagues that qualify to come to the Champions League. I mean, Bologna by the time it finishes and gets a Champions League slot, go
Did you see
come
the
on, man, don't write it
did
off.
you
Don't
see
write it off.
no? Did you see the score lines yesterday?
Where you mean
Everywhere in the night, apart from the Arsenal game. But the Arsenal game, actually they did a lot. To them, it's
w-
like they
we are going
scored
to come to
eight
the
goals.
Arsenal game? Yeah,
Yeah,
we are
yeah,
going to
yeah.
come to the Arsenal game.
No, but what
But
I'm
and
saying, I'm speaking generally, like the score lines of yesterday's games: Dortmund 7, and who the other night Bayern 9. You know, it's just a goals galore.
Well, another beautiful insight is Liverpool has won each of their last 10 group or league stage games at Anfield in major European competitions, scoring 2 goals plus in their last 9 in a row. Yo, that's why I'm saying Bologna has to brace for impact. Bologna has to, we might see 5-0. I'm telling you, Bologna has to brace for impact. And they didn't have, by the way, a good start. It was a draw against Shakhtar Donetsk. So, yep, Bologna has to really tight up. Liverpool is not playing. They're
Yeah,
not messing
I
around.
personally don't think that it should be
They're gonna
called the
win,
Champions League with very weak opposition.
man.
I'm
Well, let's
telling you
wait.
the
You never
truth.
know.
Yeah.
You never know.
No,
There
no, no,
could be a
no.
surprise.
With all due respect to Bologna as a football club, I mean, they are not at the standards to play at that stage. Even their pockets do not allow them to strengthen for such a competition.
That is true. That is, and they
Yeah.
lost some
So
good players, by the way. Players who they didn't replace. Okay, they bought players, but by replacing, I mean a player who has been doing exactly the same thing that the player that moved out was doing. So it's a
you
bit,
see,
it's very
Joshua
tricky
Zagzi.
for them to come at Anfield and just walk away with even 1 point. It's going to be no chance, no chance. Remember yesterday, as we said, there was no chance for PSG. I'm saying this again. There's no way, no way, no way. Bologna is going to make a statement or surprise people at Anfield. I don't see that happening at all.
Joshua Zagzi was their top scorer, but he scored only 11 goals. So, I mean,
Yep.
Bologna is missing 11 goals, and Liverpool could score them in one game.
Already, they're ready. Right. Yo, that is a harsh thing to say, Josh. That
No,
is a
but
very, very harsh thing to say. No, it's a
no,
harsh
it's
thing to say,
just
Josh.
no, it's
You
just
can't just say
reality. It's just
you
reality.
cannot just say that. That is very
That's just
harsh to
how good.
say.
No, that's just how good this Liverpool side is. And the
But Josh,
reality is, they missed
mm,
their top scorer had 11 goals in Joshua Zagzi, who is not even a number 9.
Josh, let's look at. I mean, how do you expect Anslot to set up? I mean, in
The
terms
usual.
of tactics, in terms of formation, nothing. He's not
No,
really going to change.
there's not too much. He won't be beating himself up about the game.
Mm.
The things that he should be worrying himself with is keeping his players fresh and picking the right players
And he doesn't have a lot of injuries, by the way. His squad is fresh. He
yeah.
should be
And
winning this. He should be
Curtis
winning this.
Jones has returned. Curtis Jones
Mm.
was the brightest play. Curtis Jones, along with Cavallo, the one they sold, they were the
Yeah,
brightest players in the
I'm,
preseason.
I'm
Curtis
still
Jones looked
surprised
like
they sold Cavallo,
yeah. Curtis
especially after
Jones,
that impressive preseason.
true. But Curtis Jones looked like the part. He looked like the player who will play ahead of even Gravenbach, because in most some of those preseason games we saw, we hadn't yet seen Gravenbach, but we were seeing Curtis Jones flourishing under the new manager. It's like he just had a new lease of life. He was enjoying himself, and then he came back. I watched him over the weekend, and he was decent, like he was never away. So I mean, these
Yeah,
are players who can play. The Gravenbachs can take a rest, but the form that Gravenbach is in, he doesn't want to take a rest.
by the way, Gravenbach has really played so well. I mean, it's like he's come back to life. He was playing well under Klopp, but it's like he's come
No,
back to
not
life
under
under
Klopp. He
Anslot.
never played well under Klopp. You wanted to say Ten Hag. You just don't have it in you to say it. He last played well under Ten Hag.
No, no,
Not
I
at
meant when he was
Bayern,
at Liverpool.
not at Liverpool.
Okay, let's skip the Ten Hag. We see where
He had
Josh is
an
going.
injury ravaged
Guys,
season, and
we see
uh,
where Josh is trying to take us.
things
Josh,
never ticked.
let's
Things never
uh,
ticked with him.
once
He
again,
never
guys, thank
really.
you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, Bologna versus, or in other words, Liverpool versus Bologna preview tonight, Champions League. Subscribe, guys. Keep subscribing, like and share the videos. Uh, the predicted lineup, Josh. Lineup for Bologna. Who do you have? Who do you have? Josh, predicted
Yeah.
lineup. Okay. I mean,
For
let's stick to
Liverpool, I think
Liverpool. Let's stick for
Alison
Liverpool.
Becker.
Let's stick to
I,
Liverpool. Yeah.
I think Alison
Becker
Becker
turns
will be in
32
goal.
years. Happy birthday to Alison
Yeah,
Becker,
happy birthday,
Liverpool's
Alison
Brazilian
Becker.
international skipper.
But what a way to celebrate your birthday. I mean, he's
I
just
know if
going
he
to be
wins
watching. He's just going to be watching TV the
30
whole
second.
night,
Mm.
like the big screen at the stadium. He'll just be watching goals going in.
You know, you're
He's going to
literally
be on
saying
a
he's
holiday.
going to be idle tonight.
Very idle. Very idle. Very idle.
Players to look out, rather, sorry, predicted lineup, Josh. Of course, as always, Alison Becker.
Yeah.
By the way, Robertson is back too. Yeah, there were rumors that he had a slight knock, but no, he's okay. He's fine. He's been cleared.
I
So,
think the likes of Gomez should be given a run out. Just
Josh,
keep
it's
yeah.
the Champions League. Do not take risks.
No,
There's
I don't.
Carabao is
I don't
coming.
believe. I don't
What other
believe it
game?
deserves. I don't believe it deserves to be called the Champions League anymore. I don't believe
Josh,
until
that
we
is a
get to the
conversation
last.
for another day.
Yes, but until
Please
we
give me
get
your
to the
predicted lineup.
top eight,
Yeah,
and then the playoffs, and that is the stage at which it shall become the Champions League. But for now,
but I think
it's just a money making
with the current format, it's
venture.
a bit hard. It's very
To
easy to be knocked out.
yeah, because football is like that. I mean, things can happen, but I think the chances of Amino to win the Champions League just became very slim, because I don't think now Arsenal is in a position to even put itself in the conversation of winning a Champions League.
No, they're not.
Yeah, as in it is very difficult now. Maybe they had a
Yesterday,
chance last time, but
yeah, no,
it is quite difficult now.
it's
And
difficult,
this
man.
is a
It's very
competition
difficult.
of pedigree. So I believe the teams that will be in the top eight are those teams with pedigree, and the most informed teams in Europe.
Teams
So
like
maybe that,
Liverpool,
yeah, maybe
sorry,
teams
how could
like
I forget?
Arsenal, teams like
Real
Arsenal,
Madrid,
maybe. Yeah, but yeah, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, um,
City.
Liverpool, City, Dortmund. Um, those are the kind of teams that will be there. But I don't see how these likes of Celtic, Bologna, and the like,
I
Arsenal.
also don't see them. To
I
be
don't
honest,
see
I also
them.
don't see that happening.
I don't see them
Uh,
anywhere near winning the
Josh,
Champions
yeah,
League.
I mean, let's go back to the predicted
Yeah, we
lineup.
were
Liverpool.
Alison Becker, maybe Gomez at right back,
No,
or
Gomez is not going to play, Josh.
okay, play Trent at right back, then play Gomez with Van Dijk. But I think Konate
Nope,
will play with
he's not
Van
going
Dijk
to play.
and Gomez will play right back
Yep, Konate is going to play,
alongside
but
Van Dijk.
Gomez,
Then
there's no way Gomez
Gomez
is
at
playing.
right back, Robertson at left back, then Gravenberch, McAllister, and Curtis Jones. No,
Um,
actually, Sobosolai.
Soboslai. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to mess around with this team, Josh.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah,
field
yeah.
a very strong team. So
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
about Gomez
because he has
playing
to
unless
gather
he
the
comes on in the
points.
second half. Yeah, he wants the points. He wants to qualify.
Mm.
This is not the time to mess around. Plus, I mean, people still don't think Anslot has it. So he has to prove that it's not just because he inherited a very good, I mean, a good squad. He has also to prove tactically, I mean, by winning games, fielding strong team. And I like that he already has his starting lineup. Usually, he only changes either Jota or Nunez. You know, one of the two. He's been playing around with those. But I also think he's going to have, of course, Becker in the goals. He's going to have Robertson and Trent as the fullbacks. Then the CBs, you'll have Konute and the captain Van Dijk, and of course. I see Gravenbach, who has played, who has had a very fantastic season. I mean, beautiful start so far. Makalisa is also going to play. Zobozolai is going to play. Then you're going to have who do you have the other side, Josh? You're going to
Salah,
have
Nunez, and
Muhammad
Diaz.
Salah. No, Muhammad Salah, Diaz, and I think Jota might. Anyway, now Nunes might start today ahead of
Why
Jota
start Jota when he's doubtful? I mean, this is
because Diaz
Bologna.
was also sorry because Nunes was also doubtful.
Yeah, then play Nyoni.
Nah, I don't think he will. But let's wait and see anyway. Let's wait and see. And uh, I mean, if we go to players to look out for, Gravenbach, he's having one of those best moments ever since he joined Liverpool. Baker, he's one to look out for, and of course the Egyptian pharaoh, that is Mohamed Salah. As always, he never misses on the score sheet, and he's going to be there. And Diaz, I like Diaz, by the way. I like Diaz. I like Diaz. Oh, we are forgetting. No, but I know he always comes from the bench, unless today is getting a nod. The Netherlands Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo. Yeah,
Yeah, Cody
Diaz could sit the game out for Cody Gakpo.
Yeah, I think that would be a fair one. That would be okay. But players like Gomez coming in, players that haven't played that much, I
By the
mean,
way,
and starting with the Champions League, I
have
don't
you
see
ever
that
asked
happening.
yourself why it is okay for you to look at Diaz and Cody Gakpo switching for that spot
No,
at
please explain
left
why.
wing for at left wing forward for Liverpool, but
Why?
you have a problem with Garnacho and Rashford switching for that place.
Josh, we are talking about teams that have been performing so well. Please try
Yeah.
to try try your best to leave Manchester United and their players out of
No,
this
no, no, no. I'm
conversation,
not talking
please.
about Manchester United. I'm just talking about the players themselves. As in, I find it odd, by the way, that
Because
people
they're all good
often,
players. Every time they
yeah,
come
they,
on the pitch, they're doing so well. They produce
oh,
results.
maybe,
They go
oh,
out
they,
of their way.
mm.
They don't do those flick things of you know what I'm talking about, and you don't score a goal.
How many goals
You have
does
a
Cody
very
Gakpo
uh, well, not many, but he's when
have?
he
You get,
plays, you see
he's a good
player.
player. You
He's a
see,
good when he's on the pitch.
so
You
is
see every time
Ganacho
he
and
comes on,
Rashford.
you see a difference. You see a shift. Yeah. So is who?
Ganacho and Rashford.
At, no, Ganacho. Yes, Rashford at the moment is stagnant. No disrespect to Man United fans. No disrespect to uh, no disrespect to Man United fans. No disrespect to Rashford fans. But he's at the moment he's below the bar, Josh. Like it or not,
Yeah.
at the moment he's below the bar. Anyway, once again,
Oh,
guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, your score? I have 4-0 for Liverpool.
yeah, 3-0
I can say
Liverpool.
Salah. You have 3-0. I have 4-0. I can say Salah will be on the score sheet. Diaz, if he starts 100%, is even if he comes on as a substitute. He's going to score unless he comes in on for very very few minutes. And I see Van Dijk set piece. He's very good. He might. I mean, it could be a brace from Salah anyway. Then you have Van Dijk and Diaz players to look out for. Yep. Anyway, once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac's Post Jazz. Subscribe. We That was the preview. Liverpool versus Bologna tonight. Yeah, they're playing tonight. Just real quick before we go to the next topic. Other UCL games. We have Donetsk today against Atalanta. We have Ginora against Feyenoord, Benfica, Atletico
Girona.
Madrid. That's a Benfica against Atletico Madrid. That's a good match. And we have Leipzig against Juventus. Man, Real Madrid, unless otherwise, they have to watch this. They have to win this. Oh, Josh, there's Aston Villa and Bayern Munich. Dinamo
Yeah.
Zagreb and Monaco. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good game. It's
Yeah,
going to be a good game. Aston Villa versus Bayern Munich.
yeah, it's sure is the game of the night.
I think it's also the game of the night.
Yeah.
That is going to be a good one. Games yesterday, we had Brest. That was surprising, thrashing Salzburg 4-0. They went to their home and owned them from there. We had Stuttgart and Sparta Praha 1-1. Dortmund, a week scoring 7 goals against Celtic that had only 1 goal. PSV and Sporting Lisbon
You know,
1-1.
there's something very interesting about that scoreline of Dortmund and Celtic.
Mm,
I read this morning a story that was written by a very interesting writer in one article.
yeah.
He said that Brendan Rodgers is a guy who loves to accumulate a lot of goals because in Europe, I mean, he has been at the end of so many
No, that is
huge
harsh, Josh.
defeats, or so many
That is
huge
harsh.
defeats. It is, it is, it is truth.
Anyway, we had
Barcelona, and he's always scored in quick succession, like like they could score 7 against him in
oh
four
god,
minutes.
that is mean. That was mean. We had Slovan Bratislava swallowing 4 goals from Man City, and then we had Barcelona whooping Young Boys 5-0 at Camp Nou. Then we had Leverkusen beating AC Milan 1-0. Inter Milan thrashing is it Krevna? Very hard name. 4-0. And the game of the night, of course, Arsenal beating PSG 2-0. Josh, I don't know, Josh, whether you're ready, but I would love us to talk about this game. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. Sports Jazz guys, keep subscribing, hit the like button. Let's look at. Let's go into the review, Josh. Arsenal beating PSG yesterday. Just real quick, a quick one.
Arsenal is worrying. Arsenal
What do
is
you mean?
worrying. It is a
What do you
bit
mean?
scary the way they are playing
At the
football.
moment.
Yeah, because it's so dirty. It's so result oriented. It's beautiful to watch because I mean the players have to be extremely fit for 90 minutes. The levels of concentration. It's high level stuff that Arsenal is
Bukayo Saka
playing
was
right now.
asked after the game
Bukayo
whether
Saka, he scored a miss
they
kick.
expect.
He
Yeah.
scored from a miss kick. So really, you can make a lot of noise about it, but really, he didn't even
Man,
know
come
what he
on.
was doing. He didn't intend for that ball to go the way it went. He
My
was
hands are
actually
clean on
trying.
this.
No, but he was trying to
I,
cross that
I saw
ball.
even Pate at some point. Pate
Anyway,
was
what?
celebrating like he had scored.
Yeah,
He had
what
like he
counts?
had
No,
tapped
what
in.
counts that the goal went in, but that would have that on
That was a
another
good goal.
day. No, it wasn't a good goal. Oh, it. You see, a goal is good. In my amateur in Sunday league, I play as a striker. So for me, a goal is always good.
Save us,
I like
Josh.
every
Please
goal. So that goal
save
was
us your
good.
history as a
No,
striker. We
that
don't want. No one is interested. No one is interested.
Great.
No one is interested. Anyway, I was saying, Bukayo Saka, when asked whether they expect Arsenal to win the Premier League this season, or even the Champions League, he said, but I think he was talking more about the Premier League when he said, I mean, all cards are open. He can't really say, but they're training so hard and they're putting all their effort and
Yeah,
seeing that they win
they
something,
look like they
especially the
do.
Premier
They
League.
look like they do. I think Bukayo Saka, the problem that he made while he was saying a lot of things after the game, maybe he got too excited and he called it there. Yeah, this is a thing that we have always known about Arsenal. The moment they start saying this is our year, this is
But
it. We hope this
uh,
is our year.
yeah,
Then
but by the,
they are going to
surprisingly,
bottle.
uh,
That is how it starts to show you that they're going to bottle
Josh,
this again. I'm telling
stop.
you.
Surprisingly, when you
But
go to
they
the
play
stats,
very well.
Arsenal had 6 shots, PSG 10. Arsenal had 5 shots on target, PSG 2. Possession wise, 35% for Arsenal, PSG
They don't
65.
care. They're not interested in the ball
Pass
anymore.
accuracy 81% and 87 for, sorry, 89 for PSG. Josh, you're saying they're not interested in the what?
Yeah, they're not interested in the ball anymore. They're interested in winning football games. The way they set up, the first half, the way they played the first half, it was a
Mm,
proper game. As at some point, I was like, I wish Eric Ten Hag was seated with his staff and they were watching how
they were
to play
watching.
football. Yeah,
Well, they
because
were
it
also
was.
prepping for FC Porto.
No, don't say prepping for FC Porto. I mean, just watching how to play football, how you can close down teams. How
All
or
I'm
actually
saying, they were not
not
watching.
not just even Ten Hag and the staff, but I mean Ten Hag the staff, and he has called his players and made them watch Arsenal play.
Mm.
I think maybe that would be enough to make 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 or break our season because
Well,
the
some
first half
beautiful
was beautiful.
insights.
They were doing good things, good football things. The decisions they were making, the pressing, they press as a unit. You know, it was
Uh,
very good to
some
watch. In the second
some
half,
beautiful insights.
When Thomas
Yeah,
Partey went
mhm.
off, you saw that. I mean, Arsenal's squad is not that deep
Yeah,
in
that
quality.
is
I
true.
mean,
I remember someone
yeah,
yesterday on the stream was suggesting for Partey to
yeah, Uslice,
sit
yeah,
it out.
yeah,
Well, that could have gone wrong. Okay, maybe not wrong, but it would have been a hard one. But anyway, and PSG played well. It's just that they don't have the proper person. They don't have that Kylian Mbappe because you could see they really created chances, but
yeah.
that person to finish off, I mean,
That's
clinical in
why
the
I
final
told you
third,
yesterday
they
that
miss him.
maybe they are
They don't
missing
have him.
Goncalo Ramos,
Who was
and
injured?
yeah, who is injured is laid off for
Who is
quite some
injured?
time.
Sorry.
So yeah, it was a bit
And I'm
difficult.
happy
It
for
was
Kai Havertz on being on the scoring sheet yesterday. I think those are 5 goals in all competitions this season. Not so
Yeah,
bad.
he's on form. He's on form because Ateta bought Kai Havertz, and he knows this is the player that I bought, but he's a striker. He must get goals. So what does Ateta do? Ateta sets up his team not to play football, but hoof it around until Kai Havertz gets on the end of it. But all this is done meticulously because it is
Mm.
detailed. But they don't want the ball anymore. They just do things that are purposeful. And at the end of the day, one good ball and Kai Havertz has put his head on it.
Yeah. Overall, it was a fair performance from Arsenal. I mean, a win is a win. 2 goals. That was a good bounce back, considering it was a draw back then in Italy when they went to play Atalanta. So yeah, that was a good one. And some other beautiful insights is I can say Arsenal have maintained their unbeaten record against PSG in major European competitions. Uh, then I would say another one since beating Man United at Old Trafford in December 2020, PSG have lost all four of their away UEFA Champions League matches in England, losing twice to City, once to Newcastle. We remember that humiliating 4-0, and of course
For
yesterday to
one,
Arsenal 2-0. 4-1, sorry, yeah. And the last one, Arsenal have kept
excuse me.
17 clean sheets in 32 games in all competitions in 2024, the most of any Premier League side. Indeed, across Europe's big five leagues this year, only Real Madrid have kept more with 18. Wow, that's very, very impressive, Josh. Impressive from Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
the
And
way they've
oh,
set up lately.
Lewis Kelly came on yesterday. I like that kid. I like that. I'm not
Yeah,
an
yeah,
Arsenal
I
fan,
like that kid
but I
too.
like the kid.
I
I like
like
the
that
kid. He
kid
came on
too.
yesterday for Saka.
But now is yeah, he's Arteta is trying to find the right place for him. He was
Mm.
playing him at left back, but I know the kid came through the youth system as a midfielder. But the skill set of the kid, for me, I always thought he was a wing forward, because this kid can slice through people slice through people in the middle of the park. I mean, he dribbles like a wing forward, but I think playing at left back helps him mature tactically and appreciate the game more.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's everything about the game yesterday between Arsenal and PSG. Arsenal is coming out victorious, winning 3 goals. And yeah, Josh, that's it for today. Thanks everyone that has been tuning in. It's been a pleasure, man. It's always one love. Shout outs to everyone in the comment section. Sinan, we had Eddie Jordan earlier on. Was in the building. Once again, please keep subscribing. Share the links, guys. Our account is back. We have it back because we had gone away for some time. But yeah, glad that we had it. Rather, we got it back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac and Josh. See you tomorrow. Uh, yeah, we will be coming back talking about football. Manchester United fans, see you tomorrow. I know you're all interested. Uh, Thank you. Sorry. Oh, guys, I see. By the way, I did write that Arsenal won 3-0. No, no, no. Sorry, it's a typo. It's supposed to be. I'll correct it now. It's it's a 2-0. It's a 2-0. Arsenal last night. Sorry about that, guys. It's corrected. 2-0. Arsenal beating PSV. Thank you once again, guys. Signing out. Josh, peace out.
Peace.